A jogar pequeno. Vamos lá. Tá gratuito, então por isso. Decidi jogar aqui. Mas não saber como é que é isto. Oi! Hey! É isto. Bom. Agora vamos lá. Sis. Não há nada. Vamos ver se há água. Vai, vai. Sai tão pesar agora. Oh, vamos descer. Ok.
I had not been back there in years, but it was the last place left to look.
Ouro.
Those lost wishes weren't the treasure I was after. Those lost wishes weren't the treasure I was after.
Eu também. Não queres um bocadinho de ouro? Não. Oi. Eu já quero. E o que tá ali? Vamos entrar. Oh. Esqueceste o sino.
It was not exactly as I remembered it, but it wasn't all that different either.
Que é o velho? Ai, só estou sozinho. Bacana. Estou a subir. A subir. Não dá para correr mais.
Two odd contraptions guarded the lost treasure. I would have to turn one and see what happened.
É esta.
I decided this was no time to take a nap, even though that bed looked very squishy and very comfortable. I decided this was no time to take a nap, even though that bed looked very squishy and very comfortable.
Ok, quer dizer que de qualquer maneira nós não podemos mexer nesta?
And that's what would have happened if I turned the left switch. But since I am here telling the story...
Fuck? Ok, não podemos clicar nisto. Isso foi muito engraçado. Ok, vamos lá. Ok. Não estou a gostar deste.
Pockets, barrels, butter churns, and beds were jammed into every nook and cranny of that cave. It all seems so familiar.
Tem uma coisa a respirar.
Even though the bed was very comfortable, this was no time to hide under the covers.
Já encostei muito.
Wait. Hold on, Grandpa. I don't remember this part of the story. Beds hanging from stalactites?
We'll get there, Gwendolyn. Don't worry. No detail in this story will be overlooked. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. As I treaded through the river of rumbling trundles, I feared I knew the source of that deafening wind.
Caralho. O que é Boas? Não é nada.
Nestled beneath a slumbering pile of teeth and claws was...
Fabled mirror.
Oh, so you remember this part of the story.
Well, dragons are my favorite.
You want to tell this part?
Yes. King Edward sent me, the greatest knight in all of Daventry, on a quest to return his stolen mirror. A gigantic, hulking beast of a dragon was the last thing in my way to...
My way, too. Add a shinier hat to my collection.
Ok, temos um dragão. Pessoal, não podemos fazer nenhum barulho.
I tried to turn that crazy contraption, but it was missing a handle. Someone tampered with it, creating some silly conundrum.
Ok, vamos um pouco. Calma.
As I was saying, this was no time to take a nap.
Amigos da cama. Cama boa. Cama gira.
So, the missing handle was booby-trapped? What did you do?
Well, I used my cleverness to outsmart the trap.
It's a Z, né?
Then I used my cleverness to hide.
Calma. Oof.
Luckily, that half-blinded beast never noticed me in bed.
A dragon's eye must be really hard to pierce with an arrow. At archery lessons, I can barely hit a hay bale.
It is indeed a feat only for skilled archers. I tried to turn that crazy contraption, but it was missing a handle. Someone tampered with it, creating some silly conundrum.
What did...
Ah, então é assim, percebi. Até agora estou gostando muito do jogo, pessoal. Ah, isto vai ser silencioso, o dragão não vai perceber. Nossa, o dragão não vai perceber nada.
Dragon's chains were coiled around a gigantic switch mounted to the cave wall. This cave seemed to be filled with failed adventures.
Gee, o dragão caiu. Ok, o dragão saiu.
After he briefly basked in the sun, the narcoleptic dragon went back to snoring.
I probably sleep all day too, if Amira was my only friend.
Oh meu Deus, não digas que isso é cauda. Não, não acabou. Olá, dragão. Ih, Zazã. Sou bom neste jogo, minha primeira vez e estou bom. Sou bom. Ok. Não fui eu? Não, acorda. Stupid.
Wait a minute. Does this mean our family's immortal?
Não. Já percebi. Não há de descer. Havia cama, não tinha visto a cama. 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 Ah. Boa cama. Esfreguei. Ok, colocou. Nada falhas. Peguei. Vou aqui. Vai dentro da cama. Calma, tá tudo bem, dragão. Tá tudo bem. Volta. Só me cedeu, mas nada. O que aconteceu foi o pé do dragão? Dragãozito, meu amigo. Olá, tudo bem? Ah,
You marched right into a ferocious dragon's mouth.
I was just making sure you were still paying attention.
estou aqui numa festinha do dragão. Sei, vou começar de novo. Oi, isto vai ser rápido, Oi, é que a casa dele. Ainda, calma. Já. Não podemos ir ter do com o dragão. Não quero dar uma festinha não. Eu não posso. Quero dar uma festa. Vamos. Já sabemos que a cama vai cair, pessoal. Talvez. Só já. A cama e. Cama! Hello, Dragon. Vai ver te Dragon. Ok, vamos sair com calma. Isso, assim. E vamos embora por aqui. Para não estarmos a repetir de novo. Ok, agora vou tentar ter mais cuidado. Olha!
Whoever designed this trap thought they were pretty clever, but I would probably find a way to hit that unreachable switch.
Deixa ver. A alavanca está aí. A ponte. Isto é tipo uma ponte. Como parece. Está a ligar aquilo. Quem és tu? Oh, quero. Me gusta de aco. Me dá aco. Dá? Isso. Não, isso não. Só quero aco. Dá. Antes. Está a passar o gajo. Olha, vai sair. É feitioso o aco, bacana. Está bem feito o jogo, pessoal. Vamos lá. Mas não posso puxar a cama, pessoal. As camas estão proibidas. Ok, está tudo bem.
The mirror called out to me.
Bem, esse espero não é o espero que nós temos. Podemos tocar o sino, podemos. Não, vamos dizer.
A ridiculous feeding contraption was cobbled together to keep the beast and probably its owner alive.
Isto é só mais um bocadinho. Ah, mas já está a perceber. Isto tem de ser muito rápido, pessoal. Tem de ser muito rápido. Bom. Mas essa mão tem ele. É que nem tem que estar no som. Ok. Espaço dele. Vem, dragãozinho. Ah, espera meu, que é mais velho do que eu? Ah, sou eu. E o dragão fica furioso. Escolhe mesmo a pé da cana. Ah, foi tudo aí. Não? Não, 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 não. O que acontece agora? Vamos ver aqui. Vamos ter calma. Está na cola. Na cola. Solta-os!
Grandpa!
É, sei que sou uma seca, não precisa muito dizer. Olha, mas já percebi? Exatamente. Agora não me Ok, então só. Sou bom nisto, hein? Sou bom. Ah, solta! Isso mesmo, sou bom. Pois é. Era. A saída para aqui, né? Onde é que estou? E vamos. Pronto, vamos. Toma-se, a tempo. E com estilo, né? E com moto. É bom, eu não consigo. Ó, posso. Tem tudo que eu uso. Não consigo. Corre mesmo. Ah, tô salvo. Ok, vamos embora.
With the magic mirror safely in my possession, I dreamt of a Daventry I would be rewarded with, and the kingdom it could become.
Mas a história sempre vem meio romance, não é? Mas é porque alguma coisa vai acontecer mal. Eu sinto que alguma coisa vai...
In that split second, I had three choices in front of me. Any would clear my path to safety, and all would have rippling consequences.
Cuidado, Tucão! ser uma igual. Já não basta estar aí ao segundo olho. Um olho. Vamos
My
embora.
hands were shaking and my arms could barely grip the rope, but with the last of my strength, I climbed out of the well and headed back to the castle. Ever since the magic mirror returned, its reflections have warned the kingdom of danger, kept our family safe, and it has exposed many troublesome crumbs tangled in my beard.
Yeah. King Edward was so proud that you returned his lost treasure that he made you king. Everyone knows that part. Now, can we get back to that dragon?
Gwendolyn, there is so much more to my stories than dragons. I hope this old cap will be remembered for far more than the action tattered across its brim, sewn into the seams of many hidden adventures. All right, let's get back to the dragon.
Tell me everything. How did you know shooting the bell would distract him?
Over the years, I realized that the dragon was not the despicable, hideous beast Daventry had made him out to be. He was just a caged animal that was very hungry. I, too, would be violently angry if I could only eat when my neglectful owner rang the bell. I know it was a sneaky trick, but I certainly wasn't going to set a dragon loose on the town or participate in any more abuse.
You really thought that through, Grandpa. I would have tricked him, too. Back home, they call me Gwendolyn the Smarty Pants.
You come from a long line of logically minded nobles, and one very clever dentist.
All right, you two. Grandpa needs to rest. Gwendolyn, it's way past your bedtime.
Sleep well, Grandpa. I'll be back first thing in the morning.
I don't need rest. I'm as spry as I've ever been, though I wouldn't mind a slice of magic fruit.
O que tu vai fazer? Acho que errei. Haha.
Well, hello, cousin.
Guards!
I'm glad you're finally here. He's been asking about you for days. I had to sit through the same story 5 times.
Got here as fast as we could. And I like Grandpa's stories. Especially the ones with dragons.
Ah, yes, the legendary beast he outsmarted with its own dinner bell. I don't know if he forgets that I've heard that story before, or if he just doesn't care, but he loves telling it to anyone that will listen. I'm pretty sure I heard the nursemaids telling his same jokes in the hall.
Have you heard anything the doctors are saying?
Yes, doctors, wizards, magic elves. Grandfather is fine, Gwendolyn. They all say the same thing. He's just old. He still has a few good years left. Look, we're all excited that your family made the trip, but there's no need to worry. You should get some rest. I'm sure you're scheduled for a full morning of Grandfather's hilarious ramblings.
Oh, I'm also scheduled for the tournament tomorrow.
Ah, yes, the fencing tournament. You'll love it. I'm, of course, favored to win, and will make sure you have the very best seat to view my victory. The courtyard will be filled with important people and delicious hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, I'm actually competing in the tournament.
I had no idea we were hosting a junior tournament. That's incredible. In that case, I will gladly be there to cheer you on and eat delectable appetizers.
Nope. No junior tournament. I'll be squaring off against you.
I see. Well, perhaps this is the time to stop listening to stories and finally make some of your own. Good night, Gwendolyn. Sleep well.
Come in, Gwendolyn. You can set those on the nightstand.
Grandma said to take 3 spoonfuls of each.
I'll get to those. No need to fuss over me. Now, let's talk about far more important issues. Like that fencing tournament. I hear you're competing.
Well, I signed up, but I'm not so sure anymore.
Nonsense. If it's Scott you're worried about, he's no bother. After all, I only learned that you entered after he complained about it all morning. Threatened, I'm guessing. There are many ways to win a duel. I, for one, have always been fond of treating my opponents with respect. You'll be surprised what opens up to you. A lovely fellow once told me the fastest way to anyone's heart is through their stomach. Speaking of, that reminds me of a story. One I know you haven't heard before. When I was a much younger lad, before I was a knight, before I'd been to Daventry, and even before I had seen a dragon. It's a tale about a tournament that changed my life. It is a long story, but I shall tell it briefly.
Well, Triumph, this looks as good a place as any to camp for the night. Let's rest up. We have a big day tomorrow.
Realmente, quem é que salta no coelho? Um coelho salta. Eu não sei se posso fazer. Ah, posso. Espera! Não? Eu estou mal. Oh! Esta! Ah, está-se bem. Finished.
After gracefully rappelling down the cliff, I welcome the sight of an actual road, the first sign of civilization.
Yeah! Civilização! Bababá! Esquerda! Não posso. Mas que rei? Levanta essa prenda, gostosona. Caraca! Meu filho é uma vergonha. Oh. Onde eu estou? Não sei onde eu estou. É por aqui? É por aqui? Olha esta pena toda gostosa.
I could have sworn the parade of hopeful knights was scheduled for the next day. I should have been with them, marching with triumph. It seemed my first few minutes at Daventry were off to a terrible start.
So, how did you catch up with them?
That odd horn seemed to be missing some sort of mouthpiece.
Quer so no.
The horn was broken, but that didn't stop me from blowing on it.
Was not? No. Olha, viram a mesma coisa que eu. Eu só dá de fazer. Ficou para trás? Vou avisar aqui alguma coisa. Olha, eu vos disse de não ir para o lado esquerdo.
Strange tracks blazed a trail through the forest.
Este gráfico faz-me lembrar do Walking Dead. Para mim, pá, é um bom gráfico. Até tudo. Está bacana. Ok. Coelho! Única coelho!
I wondered what those birds needed a toolbox for.
Yeah, 300. Mais força! Ah, conseguiu mesmo. E pronto. Não há nada.
Shame. The only tool left seemed to be a small hatchet. And no, Gwendolyn, before you start asking me thousands of questions about that hatchet, I did not go around using it on everything.
Deve ser aqui mais alguma coisa? Não. Vamos usar aqui? Não, estou enganado. Sabe se consigo usar uma coisa com isso? Matar um coelho? Tem boa ideia. Quer usar? Olha o coelho! Mata o coelho. Não dá para matar o coelho. Nem gostar de matar o coelho. Sabia coelho. Com belas. E batatas cozidas. Ficava mal combinado, mas é. É o que é aquilo? Não. Não era isso.
Realizing a lot of people probably put their mouth on that horn, I was disgusted. I slowly backed away and never blew that horn again.
Seems like a waste of...
Então o que eu vou fazer com maçã, meu? Quanto uma ave? Bem, para experimentar naquela ave, mas... Vou dizer então cortar as aves. Toma, quando é tão ave. Mas já destruí aquele ninho, pessoal. Não precisa nada destruir o ninho. Maldito mundo, isto sempre está entupido. Sim, já sei, uma paisagem muito bonita, blá blá blá. Ok, vou ter de destruir aquele ninho. Vamos lá.
There was no reason to chop down that perfectly good tree.
Seems like a waste of money.
There was no reason to chop down that perfectly good tree.
Tá vendo? Nada, acabou. Ah. Devia ter feito isso há muito tempo. Olá.
That wheel seemed freshly broken.
É, tá para dentro. Sabia que deve estar aqui mais alguma coisa para dentro. Que é para nós só descobrirmos uma saída. Pega uma saia e dá na cabeça.
Stand back, you dirty thief!
name's Wah! Oh, it's just a boy. Don't know where he's from, but it must be hard to pronounce. You know, you should never sneak up on a guy in a dangerous place like... No! What's wrong with your foot? Probably stepped on a spiniferous thornweed. Don't worry, I got just the fix for that. Tell me, is it more of a... Ow! Or a... Oh! Either way, the Merchant of Miracles has got you covered. But it'll cost you. I've risked my neck to forage the most rare, miraculous, mysterious, and oftentimes delicious ingredients. Here it is. I massage this into my skin twice a day, and just look at my little biscuits. Well, now that I've mulled it over, you'd better not. It might stunt your growth. Ooh, such exquisite material. Hey. I knew you weren't from around here. Well, you best get going. Nobody likes a late night. Oh, wait, you're stuck here with me. Every Virgin is out, and my shortcut had a few shortcomings. I swear that rock leaped straight out of the water. Now I'm stuck here with no wheel, a lost toolbox, and Mr. Fancy Cakes. Say, I'll bet a fine, strapping young man like you could help me fix up this wheel. Yup, you help me fix my chariot, and I'll give you a lift to the tournament. Hopefully no one else notices your horrible lack of punctuality. Oh, how rude. Do you have any questions for me?
Could you repeat that?
Try to keep up, son. Bridge is out, failed shortcut, flying rock, wheel broke, be a strapping lad, get tools, fix wagon, get a lift to the tournament.
Oh, o gajo está nervoso. Ok, então vamos buscar só a roda, só sabemos onde está a roda.
The wheel was very broken. I would have to find another solution.
Não queres
Seems
pegar?
like a waste
Wheel
of
was
money.
already broken. No sense rubbing it in.
Ok. Também peguei pegar uma maçada. Ok, então vamos para o lado esquerdo. Vamos para aqui, aqui que nós vamos para aqui. Então é para a frente. Para a frente.
Perhaps there was a wheel on the other side of that river. Too bad I couldn't swim.
How did you get across that river?
Bate. Dá? 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 Dá mais, não pares. Se eu te... Calma e nada de violino.
Had me stumped. I had to go out on a limb to get past the root of the problem.
Ugh. Grandpa, your infamous puns are not my favorite.
What's the matter? You don't like the timbre of my voice? You'll warm up to the puns.
These are terrible.
Ei, olhinhos. É um coelhinho, tem calma, não vou matar nenhum coelho. Não, então não quero matar nenhum coelho.
An overgrown patch of spiniferous thornweeds obstructed a path to the water well.
The well with the ginormous dragon in it?
Perhaps. I tried to chop down those thornweeds, but my tiny hatchet was ineffective. I would need a bigger blade.
Ias precisar de uma espada. Certo? Ao menos sabemos que o dragão está lá preso. Isso é uma coisa boa. Isto tem arranhão na porta. Ok, maçado vem aí.
And then you chopped down that door, found a wheel, and headed for the tournament.
No, Gwendolyn. Just because I had a hatchet didn't mean I went around using it on everything. It's not that type of story.
Ah, bacana. Ah, já percebi. Ok, tocar no topo. E já está. E já
Town
quer.
Square was was eerily quiet. Was I the only person in Daventry not at the parade?
Sempre aqui.
A bakery. That sign was asking for tips, and there was a metal pan to collect coins. The delectable goods looked tasty, but I couldn't compete in this tournament with a full stomach.
Vamos embora. Depois não está cá ninguém. Isto pode ser mais uma cidade abandonada.
Looked like a blacksmith shop of sorts. That sign was asking for tips, and there was a metal pan to collect coins.
But no.
They probably needed the money more than I did. I needed the money more than they did. Big, round, that should do the trick.
Ok, então vamos então dar umas gozetas.
That sign was asking for tips, and there was a metal pan to collect coins.
Com peste nós estamos aqui a roubar.
I decided to leave some coins for the shield. I stumbled upon some kind of curiosity. Against the knickknacks was a little collection tray with a sign asking for tips.
For tips. Meu. Que é isto?
I didn't need to borrow more than one wheel.
Eu também não aqui
Nothing
nada.
seemed to be brewing yet. I thought these potions, herbs, and other magical sundries were best observed from afar.
Não há mesmo nada. Estranho.
Against the knickknacks was a little collection tray with a sign asking for tips.
Vamos embora. Pensar não precisas mais nada. Vamos embora. Vamos embora.
Ah, a shortcut.
Vamos então. Peraí. Desde quando está só tocado? Desde quando? Deixa eu ver uma coisa aí ao pé do dragão.
Grandpa, that's not going to work.
Mas não custa. Ok, então vou estar mesmo para baixo. Virar. Virar. Por aí. Mas o me assustou mesmo, pessoal. Não muito, mas assustou. Só um bocadinho. Deixa eu ver.
Do I really have to hear the story about how you took forever to tiptoe across that fallen tree again?
Oh, I guess not.
Oh, can I pet your goats?
Stay away from my majestic unicorns. Find me a wheel, boy. Anything big and round should do the trick.
I thought this might do the trick.
A shield, eh? Whoa, it matches impeccably with the delicately crafted color scheme of this entire operation. Makes quite the bold statement. Mm-hmm, just like my shorts. This is perfect. I hope you didn't pay too much for it. Oh, wait, before my mind slips, I was able to procure an entrance ticket to the tournament. Since you so graciously found me a wheel, I am more than willing to sell it to you at a reasonably discounted rate. Are you interested?
Oh, sounds good. I love a deal.
So do I, boy, so do I. If I see one, I'll let you know. Here you are. Now, let's Vamanusi from this Meadowland, Mr. Fancy Cakes. It is go time.
Caraca.
Mr. Fancy Cakes! Ah, heel! Halt! Avast! Stop! We sincerely hope you enjoyed your stay in our luxury cabin. Please gather your belongings and watch your head on exit.
Thanks for the hospitality.
No time to lounge, my boy! Lucky for you, the parade is halted. Another case of a mysterious missing bridge, I imagine. Watch your step. We wouldn't want any tears in that illustrious cape. Bon voyage, Buttercup! Don't forget about us working folk. Especially when your pockets are full of riches.
Back away, back away. This area is... Hello. Apologies, I'm late. I should be on the list. First name Graham, last name...
The list, unfortunately, is inside the theater, which is across that bridge, which is inexplicably missing.
We've ordered a temporary fix, but we're still sorting out the work order.
Well, with all the recent budget issues, I remain skeptical about the repairs.
Well, can't those knights check the list?
Do you mean Kyle and Larry? They're off duty. Don't ask.
You needn't worry. These night hopefuls will figure out a solution soon, and then we can carry on with the auditions.
Well, but I am a hopeful knight. If you just step aside, I'm confident that I could find a way across.
Daventry Decree 6645 states that a royal guard once commanded must never, under no circumstances, abandon his post while on duty.
Well, technically, Addendum 237A allows us to leave if someone is in distress and in need of assistance, of a life or death nature.
I stand corrected, and we wouldn't want a repeat of the Rubenstern fiasco. A tardy auditionee, however, hardly counts for distress. Sorry, but we can't leave our post. King's orders.
Ok. Temos uma maneira.
The forest is blocked until this situation is under control.
Ok, tenho de ir para o outro lado. Calma, vou tentar dar. Olá!
Come at me, bees!
Olá. Vocês é para fazer o quê?
And then you chop down the tree full of
Ah,
angry
percebi.
bees?
Enough, Gwendolyn.
And then you chop down the tree full of angry bees?
Enough, Gwendolyn.
Talvez não.
Stay off those rocks. It's dangerous. Distress!
Abandon post!
Learn how to swim, boy.
Thanks for saving me.
You're welcome, lad.
He was talking to me.
I believe...
This tired argument is getting on my nerves.
No need to argue about the fact that I am... Uh-oh.
Obrigado, pessoal, por terem vindo.
Not good.
Agora se ajudam uns aos outros.
Another horn and another missing piece.
Que falta tudo nisso?
Seems like a cut.
Not that type of story. I don't know how.
Mind if I join your semicircle?
Let us big kids figure this one out.
Shh. Your hero is thinking.
Okay.
Well, I know the answer, but I want to see how all of you will solve it.
Não. Mas eu sei que tenho de fazer, tenho de tocar aquela. Só que eu faço com este guerreiro.
You look like a little man
Não.
who wants to do big things.
Não. Não.
Leave me alone, guys. I'll figure this out by myself.
Ok, não dá. Yeah, também esse. É, obrigada. Is foda. Depois vais primeiro. Eu espero que não pode estar a ver ao meio.
Over here, buddy.
Obrigado, Miguel. Odeio-te.
Well, he was quite the jerk. Am I right?
Uprooting a tree. How heroic. Anyone mind if I take 5?
Dessa só vez que consigo falar com o pequeno.
Careful. If you fall in, who will save you?
Dá-me uma coisa? Fica aí.
Pardon me.
Sério? Isso vai ser muito divertido. Ah.
All right.
The tree was too heavy to move. I would need to chop it down to size.
Não dá.
I left the hatchet lodged in the tree because I would not need it anymore.
Are you sure?
Quite sure. Everyone always asks about that hatchet. It gets a tad annoying.
Oh.
É, eu preciso encontrar lianas.
Seems like a waste.
I don't.
Deixa eu dar uma coisa. Dá para aqui, ó. Olha, boa! Uma coisa.
You can't ignore me forever.
I don't mean to be rude, but I'm deep in thought.
É, mas como quisesse. Ok, vamos lá. Sério? Como podem estar a gozar?
Hang on a sec. Graham, right?
Yes. How did you know my name?
Well, you'd be surprised at the information people give out when they're too busy thinking about their own agenda. I also observed that without you, no one could have made it across. Well done, Graham.
Thanks, I guess.
They'll never acknowledge it, you know. Those who use their minds over their biceps are never woven into the tapestries of time. I can tell you're like me, a creative thinker, an intellectual. To win this competition, you'll need to prove that your talents are more powerful than their strength, agility, and speed. You'll also need a friend.
I could really use a friend.
They call me Manny. Pleased to meet you.
So, friend, what's your favorite color? Do you like popcorn-flavored jelly beans? Because I do. What's your availability for sleepovers? Are we in a secret club?
Green. I prefer pizza-flavored. I'm free on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and I would say more of a secret alliance.
Alliance?
This competition will not be easy, and Daventry needs men like us. If we put our heads together, we might have a shot.
What's the plan?
If you win, put a good word in for me with the king. And if I win, I'll do the same. Soon, we'll both be moving up the ranks in the castle together. We should head inside the theater, though.
Bacana. Tenho um amigo.
Let me know how I can help.
Ah, vá lá, sério. Vamos então para aqui. Vamos então andando. Isto que funciona? Não.
Another horn and another missing piece.
Mas porque isto não funciona mesmo?
Graham, to the front of the stage, please. Now that we have recovered our list, it is my duty to inform you that you are officially signed in. Yay. And I do want to apologize. I am very, very terribly sorry. But we've run out of commemorative tote bags.
That's not a problem. I have no use for tote bags. My mother designed my cape with lots of pockets. Is the next event about to start?
Not so fast, pocket boy. The tournament bylaws explicitly state that each contestant must complete every event before continuing on in the competition. Since you were late, you missed the test of chivalry and the welcoming parade. Both designed as light-hearted warm-ups and getting-to-know-you type exercises. You know, an icebreaker before we start in on the usual death, destruction, and duels of a cutthroat nature.
Don't forget about Amendment 70, Article 4.
I was getting to that, thank you. In the spirit of equal opportunity, the new rules state that you can schedule a make-up chivalry test if and only if the circumstances for your absence were extenuating. So, I will ask, what were your extenuating circumstances that made you late for the tournament?
Well, my mom whipped up a stack of my special chocolate chip pancakes, and she never lets me leave the house until I finished all my breakfast.
Mm-hmm. I'll just pencil in Mummy's boy.
Obrigado.
Go on, mingle with the other contestants. Find out as much as you can about them, and when you're ready for the chivalry test, come and see me.
Oh, hey, Graham. We were just sharing some tips about the tournament. Let me know if you want the rundown about any of our competitors.
Então. Não! Porque pessoal. Ok, mas mesmo assim. Voltou. Ok, pessoal, simplesmente bloqueou. Eu logo jogo mais daqui a bocado. Isto não sei que horas vai estar no YouTube, mas pronto, espero que vocês tenham gostado. Me digam se vocês gostaram, se ou não. Então depois fiquem bem, pessoal, porque eu fui. Até mais. Espera. Fiquem bem. E só.